Hello, my loves, and welcome to our fourth day of Escape the Matrix Formula, where we are going to uncover the power of your relationships. Here's the thing, my loves. Your relationships, as hard or as complicated or as exciting they might be, they actually are an amazing spiritual tool for you to learn more about yourself, to learn where you're holding yourself back. What are the things, the obstacles, the challenges, the what we call our limitations are coming, and we can't see it for themselves. So the reflection between our relationship is what helps us to really deal with them head first, to quantum manifest whatever it is that we want. So I want you to stop using your relationships as this, they need to be perfect or they need to be a certain way. Whatever the Matrix sold you on this idea that your partner should be this Prince Charming, or your mom or your dad should be perfect, or your friends should be a certain way, or somebody should be a certain way. That is the Matrix. That is the frame, the box that we're trying to push the people that around our life. In the end of the day, you have to understand as a soul, you chose specifically your parents and these soul contracts, those very important relationship that you had in your life as these amazing opportunities to learn about yourself. I don't care what manifestation tools you use or what religion you believe in. Trust me, if you're going to start treating your relationships as the most powerful spiritual tool, you are going to win in life. You are going to win in life because, as I said, if you understand and you listen to my second day, of this whole beautiful series, you know that we take full responsibility of our life because we understand one of the most important laws that changed my life is the law of reflection. The law of reflection is states that nothing lives outside of us. Everything is a reflection of our thoughts, of our beliefs, of our actions, of our who we consist of, what it is that we are, and your relationship too. So, your relationships, my love, is a reflection of you. And as a soul, specifically your parents chose, and you chose them to show you and mold you into what it is you meant to learn through this life, and also to unleash and uncover from it. So, for instance, for me, my parents are, you know, I have a complicated relationship with my parents. It's not like it's all lovey-dovey. My dad used to hit me with a belt when I was little, or like coming from a Russian immigrant family. I'm an only child. My dad was very strict with me. My dad was also unregulated, right? He was depressed. And he used, obviously, it's not like I'm making excuses for him. Obviously, you can make a different choice, the way I'm making a different choice as a parent. But this is what my soul needed because that is what I needed to learn in this lifetime. But he used to hit me with a belt. He used to abuse me verbally. I was most of my childhood was not safe. I was not feeling safe. I was always in flight or fight. Never knew when is the next explosion is going to happen, when he's going to have this like flip of a switch where he's just like going to lose control, and it's terror and you just don't know what's going to happen, what thing is going to hit you, what thing is going to happen, and it's this very scary state. But when I did the work that we're going to do in Break the Matrix and Break Free, when I truly healed my relationship with my dad, I understood how much I actually am grateful for what it is that he taught me. And the minute I chose to stop seeing him as the abuser, because I took choice, and I stopped seeing him through the glasses that I put, like he did this to me, he's a bad person, he's did this and he did this, and just kind of like seeing him through this lens. And when you see somebody through this certain lens, you start to expect that and you start seeing that. You know how sometimes you just go and you meet a certain friend and you just feel this like this energy of something expected from you, like you expect it to be funny, or you expect it to pay, or you expect it to be a certain way with them. It's just you feel that. You just don't feel there's room to be something else. That is what we call the law of reflection, right? And you're going to be a certain way with other people. So for instance, with my dad, as a husband, he's an amazing husband. My mom would not say a bad word about him. Or looking, if I ask my grandparents that are in right now in a different dimension, but they left the world, the physical world, and if I would ask them, they would say that he's the perfect son or he's the perfect friend, right? Everybody is seeing the same person from a different perspective because everybody experiencing the same person from their perspective, from their views, from their uh, way of seeing life. So when you start cleaning the lenses of your perception of that person and you choose to see him for who he truly is, which is an extension of source, and seeing how incredible the gift that he gave you of what it is that he chose as a soul to be a role for you because he loves you so much as a soul, you choose to give this other soul this lesson through these hard positions, right? To be, let's say, is do a certain ways, do a certain thing. And when I saw this and I chose to cleanse this, as I said, this perception of the abuser and start seeing him for the true light that he is and seeing where I am was the abusing part for myself, where I, as I remember going back to take radical responsibility, where am I doing this to myself and how can I cleanse it? And how can I forgive myself? And how can I truly shift that? He's no longer need to serve this part in my life. And that is what happened. When I let him go, when I choose to see him a different way, when I choose to shift and take radical responsibility and start really seeing where I'm abusing myself, where I'm not putting myself first, where I'm not doing these things and do them, guess what happens to the reflection? What happens with that relationship? It completely shifts from not talking to my dad and not have any communication. My dad and I have an amazing relationship today. I love him so much and I don't feel any resentment. I don't feel any anger toward him. And that is the most freeing thing in your life. That is why when people say on social media, I hate my parents, I this, I that, da, 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 and all this chaos and thinking like, I'm just not going to talk to them and I'm going to block them from my life and that's it. Good luck because you're going to manifest the same characteristics in your boss, in your next partner, in your next friendship. You cannot outrun your soul karma. You cannot. Because if your soul came here in this lifetime to learn a certain thing, to master a certain thing, you're going to master it one way or the other. So trust me, there's nothing more fulfilling to accept your parents who they are. There's nothing more profoundly more satisfying to also the partners that you chose in your past, or the partner you currently have, instead of burning it to the ground, as I said, and quitting and just file for divorce, take radical responsibility. When you take radical responsibility and you stop waiting for somebody to make you happy, to make you fulfilled, to make you feel loved, you will experience all these things. That is part of what we said, taking radical responsibility and the law of reflection. I'm not kidding when I say that. It's going to save your marriage. It's going to save your relationships because you cannot outrun them. So you better use them as an incredible tool to learn, to uncover and shift and move to the next thing. I believe the most important relationships are with your parents, both your mom and your dad, your feminine, your masculine energy. That's where you learn this balance and how you're supposed to interact with life and source through them, and everything that they taught you about yourself is very intentional. Your soul chose that. So instead of blaming them and thinking that they did a wrong job, trust me, they did everything they could with what they had. Everything they could with what they had, with the knowledge they have, with the perspective they had. Trust me. But in the end of the day, is what do we choose to tell ourselves? What is the story that is actually empowering us versus, again, falling back to the victim mode? The second relationship that I feel, other than our parents, is your that love that you had with somebody that either you're still with them or you're no longer with them. That one relationship that really, really, truly shaking you to the ground. Everybody has that. That is a very important relationship. The third relationship is your relationship with yourself, my love. The most important relationship is your relationship with yourself. It's your self-perception of yourself. And that is such an important thing that people don't understand. Again, everything is what? A reflection of you. Everything is a reflection of how you perceive yourself and how you're interacting with yourself. So if you are talking to yourself negatively, what are you going to manifest? A partner is going to talk to you negatively. Yes, I know. It's hard to hear. You're going to fight on me on that, but I promise you, the minute you're going to try it for yourself, it's going to change your life. The minute I stop blaming and thinking all men are cheaters and all men are scumbags and taking radical responsibility of where I am cheating on myself, I was not putting myself first at all. I was trying to please everybody around him, including my ex. I was trying to be the perfect partner. And it just doesn't work. People treat you not how much you put effort into them. And people don't treat you how much you work hard or what it is that you say. People treat you of how you treat yourself and your energy. So, what I'm asking you to do today, because I can talk about it for hours and hours, and we will inside the Break the Matrix and Break Free program, which you can join on January 21st. We're starting, but the pre-sale price ends by the end of this week. So join us. All the information is in the description bar below, where we have a specific module. And that's why I'm not saying like weeks. We're gonna go deeper and further and literally go and massage all these things that I'm talking about on a very deep level. But I want you to start asking yourself, because right now we're going to focus on your relationship with yourself. Because as I said, that is the core of everything you see around you. Where are you not putting yourself first? I'm serious. If you don't understand that love and what we call self-love, why will we people talk about self-love and all this? The true definition of self-love is putting yourself first. If you don't love yourself truly, you're not putting yourself first. You're trying to manipulate people to love you. You're trying to do things, certain things, so people will respect you and people see you in a certain way. But that is not true love. True love is starting your day with pouring into yourself. There's no way or chance in hell, even if I have 5 minutes, where I don't pour into myself first. Where I sit down, I meditate, I give my body what it needs. If it's physically eating something or moving my body, energetically doing my meditation, my breath work, everything I do, it's part of my method of bridge method, whatever it is. And the more you pour into yourself, where the Matrix taught us that it's not productive, it's selfish, you shouldn't do this, you should give everything to everybody around you and expect that you're going to get it back. That's not how it works. That is not how the universal laws work. It's not how much we give to others that we give back. It's how much we give ourselves that we get back. I know it sounds crazy, but I promise you, this is going to change your life. The minute you're going to do this, and here is the thing. Here is the thing. The minute, again, you take full responsibility of your life and you start giving yourself what it is that you want from other people to give you, you're free. Nobody can control you. Nobody. I don't expect my husband to make me happy. That's my job. That's my full responsibility. The minute I take full responsibility of that and say, okay, I am not happy right now. Why I'm not happy? And he's going to reflect that to me. And that is what's happening with your partners. If they trigger you, trust me, that is why. Because you are not happy with yourself. They just reflect that to you and they amplify that so you can take a notice of that. That is how the world's created. Source is so smart because it's hard for us to see for ourselves. We're not living by ourselves in somewhere in India on the mountain and just meditating all day. That's not how you get your alignment. Your alignment's happening through your people, through the relationships you're experiencing. So when my husband shows me something, instead of getting mad at him, I was like, oh my God, thank you for showing me this because I couldn't see it for myself. So by you annoying me, I can really take a notice of what it is happening in me and shift that. And that's it. And we move on. And there's no holding grudge. Of course, there is certain things that's going to drive you crazy. Of course, that is normal. But the question is, are you, again, giving your power away or taking full responsibility of your current situation? So today, I want you to take, as I said, radical responsibility of your life and your relationships. And really take a close look where you're not putting yourself first. If you feel with your partner, they're not giving you as much, you feel you're doing a lot, or you feel in your workplace you're the one who's doing a lot and you're not getting compensated, that is why, because you're not putting yourself first. People treat you, not how much effort you put in, is how much you treat yourself. I've seen it so many times. People get raises, people get promotions, not the people you would think they will get. People get the recognition, not the people that actually deserve that. It's what they're a match to. So start not thinking that the right person is going to get it by putting more effort and what we call like what is justifiable is actually what are you a match to? And what are you a match to is you being that. So start being you that. Start putting yourself first. Start seeing where can you stop pleasing others and start pouring into yourself. And the beautiful thing, the more you pour into yourself, you inspire everybody around you just by your energy to do the same for them. And not only that, you also, when you give or you decide to do something that you want to do, right? If it's helping a friend or it's doing something in work or doing something for your partner, it's not going to come from a place of like, I need to, because if not, they're not going to like me or they're not going to love me. It's going to come from pure wanting. And there's nothing more satisfying to get something or receive something from someone from this energy. It's a win-win. So with that, my loves, I'll see you tomorrow on our 5th day of our series, Escape the Matrix Formula. And as I said, if you want to go deeper and uncover and heal your relationships once and for all, join us on January 21st of Break the Matrix and Break Free, where we're going to truly break free mentally, physically, emotionally, master what it is being you is, and master your reality so you can create the reality you truly want that you don't need to escape from. Because as I said, it's not about divorcing your partner. It's not about disconnecting with your friends and family. It's about taking radical responsibility of your life and creating a life within, not from outside. With that, my loves, I'll see you tomorrow.